My name's Annette Trossbach.
My name is Sue Schaffel.
My name is Brian Linthicum.
My name is Heather Johnson.
I'm Bubba Hale with Island Aire.
So this building was built in 1923 as an Episcopal church. It's almost 100 years old. It's got nice thick walls and high ceilings and some lovely architectural features on the inside and the outside. However, it's also quite old, needs a lot of maintenance, fairly poorly insulated, and has, as a 100-year-old building does, a fair crop of issues that pop up every now and then that are just related to the age of the building. And that is how this story begins.
It got really hot.
But the worst part was the bras.
Yeah, I got here, there's people running around everywhere, people half naked, it's really hot, and they're wanting AC, like right now.
On opening night of my very first show here, the air went out.
It was opening night for Hush Up Sweet Charlotte in June of 2018. It was a very warm day and a very warm late afternoon in Southwest Florida. And the building just wasn't cooling, but we hadn't quite twigged yet that it was a serious problem.
I remember coming in, and so I get into the dressing room, and a couple of the other actors were already there, and they're already profusely sweating, like flop sweat.
It was rough because myself and a few other actors were in quite a bit of costume and a lot of makeup and big wigs. But the worst part was the bras. And these caused so much sweat, so much humidity, we shall say, that there were rivers running down your chest and stomach.
The most important part of a performance is the audience. If you don't have an audience, you don't have a show.
It was like a big emergency. She was pretty frantic.
The audience is arriving at 7:15 p.m. because it's opening night, so there's a reception, and it just wasn't cooling off. At around 7, we realized there was going to be a problem. And I rang Island Aire. I'm really grateful for our relationship with Matthew Zimmerman and Island Aire. They've been really wonderful community partners. When you find a really great community partnership, such as we have with Island Aire, you know, that's your person. Within about 15-20 minutes, Bubba arrived from Island Aire. He checked outside to see what the problem was. It wasn't outside. And then he climbs into the attic, which is directly over this stage. And he starts going to work pretty much immediately. Some of the actors, realizing what's going on, took off their costumes so the costumes wouldn't get sweaty and dirty, and started helping him remove buckets of water from the attic, and they were dumping it into the shower drain upstairs. So there was this assembly line of human beings up over the stage tromping around and trying to get that air up and running.
Slowly but surely, everybody's sort of calming down. And the buzz is getting there, and you're like, oh, okay, wait a minute. It's starting to get a little cooler. Like, wait a minute. Like the air conditioning got fixed? Like, just like that?
There was a huge relief, not just for us, but especially for the audience, because we knew that as miserable as we were going to feel without air, the audience was going to feel twice as miserable. So we were just so grateful that Island Aire came and that Bubba climbed up in the rafters and took care of everything for us. It was wonderful, and everything was great after that.
Thankfully, just before we opened the show, just before we started the show, the air was fixed and it was just starting to cool off. By the end of the evening, things were very nice again at Lab Theater.
It was gratifying. You know, after we were done, the curtains opened, show went on, and everybody was happy. So it did feel good to get them going and make their show go on.
It would have been a nightmare without having a partner that we were able to call instantly, that was able to come out really just within half an hour and make this happen for us. So we're very grateful for having that partnership with Island Aire. Thank you, Matthew Zimmerman. Really appreciate you.
We are very happy to be a community partner with Laboratory Theater and very happy that we could help the show go on that night.